Hi again. This is later. You know what? Should I start saying the dates? I don't know. 12th of February. Okay. So one thing. So I went back to. Oh, I didn't take that thing. No, it's in here. The store to return the things. And when I went back, which was when, just after I made the other video, where the scarves are shown, but the wind is so loud. I was trying to talk about that. But I went back in, and I wasn't sure of the one scarf because I actually did really like it. It was the cheaper of the two, but I feel like the price was still expensive for a charity shop, being just from a high street brand. If it means something more expensive, or maybe I just know the best charity shops, but I just didn't feel, because it wasn't as a price expensive. If that makes sense. But for that, it was so. I noticed, and I wanted to share with you, because I was a little bit kind of really liked it, because of what it kind of showed me that I could own and could incorporate that simplistic style into my life. But didn't really teach me that, but kind of. So, but then I brought it back. But you know what? Afterwards, I just felt better. I felt relieved. I was I felt lighter, kind of. I didn't have to carry the burden of because sometimes we take care of ourselves by keeping the money. It isn't always about but I really wanted it or something. So then I figured, because with the other stuff, the second bag, which you can't hear because the wind is so loud in that video, but I was a little bit indecisive about some of them as well. But then I said to myself, I'm gonna do the same there then, because I felt so much lighter, and I did that. So I know it would have been. It's not the same as just not even buying it in the first place, but my instinct had already told me, kind of, because I can kind of find a cheaper one, a similar one for an affordable. It's not about cheap; it's about staying within our means. And so, but I did decide to keep one thing, and I wasn't so sure. I decided to keep it because it was something I'd been looking for, and I knew that these would be kind of really expensive. So the sun is already even reduced here, and it's affordable, and we don't really need mugs. But this was kind of for, because I used to really love going to medieval festival. Now I feel like paganism kind of comes through in it a little bit. So I was I don't really feel like I don't feel like it's as aligned with my life today as it was. I'm not sure, but also I really enjoy going, and I don't know if I'll get the time now, but if I do, then I will go, and then I have a mug, So then I realized, actually, a lot of people in the Middle Ages, they actually were really God-fearing, which I'm not a fan of fear-mongering, but I think it's making a point, as opposed to paganism. That would be more aligned with me, and it also fits right in with simplicity or simplisticness. So we will find out with time if this was the right choice or not. Maybe not, but I don't know. We'll find out. But I wanted to update you on this. But anyway, so then at the same store, I found this scarf, and I always really love it. It's probably the third time I saw it. It kind of looks a little bit silken. Oh, I have a scarf similar, the same color, and out of silk, but it's really ripped, and I still have it because it brought me so much joy. And according to Marie Kondo's, I kept it, and also I got it from my mom. Oh no, but from the time back when I bought it as a kid. Actually, I think she gave it to me or something because I couldn't afford it, so I just gave her what I had, and she was like, "That's so embarrassing." I put my face on, most disappointed face, and it worked. Oh god, I hope she saw through that, because I always felt bad that I kind of did that. But no, come to think, she probably saw through it. She's a grown-up when I was a kid, but hopefully. But anyway, it looks a lot like that, so maybe I could let that go and have this instead. However, the point I wanted to tell you was that I got it anyway. I wasn't really sure because I had a lot of these, and I had all of them go, and I had to. I mean, when we moved here, I had to got rid of a lot of things, and that. Then I still had. I think recently I wanted to downsize my scarves even more, and I got rid of a lot of these because I just wouldn't wear them. They were something that fit right in when I was like around 17. So I really loved that style then, but I still love it. But like I still like the look, but like I feel like it's, I don't know, I'm not that floaty anymore. Like that fairiness, and I don't even know. So I guess I walk past it all the time because I mean the lesson was really big with a bracelet that if something is something that you kind of belongs in your past, where like the old version of you would really like it, but today you doesn't like it, wouldn't really wear it, then is a me of having it. So that's why I kind of walked past. But today, and it's funny, but in the other video you hear me cough, and you can hear the wind was really strong, but not as strong as it sounds. And I didn't know that while filming. Apologies, by the way. I heard it now that I watched it back. I just uploaded it, and I'm gonna upload this today as well. Then it's done within the same day. But yeah, I was coughing. I was actually so cold. Remember, I mentioned my hands, like I was so freezing cold. So this is not why I bought it, but I really liked this. I kept looking at it, and I was like, I don't know, I really liked it. It was only $2.50, and I was like, see, I feel like that's the price that makes sense, and it's only a mess. Which, if you're living out of the country, you probably won't know them, but the point is, they're just a high street brand. But I loved it. So I wasn't really sure, but once I bought it, I thought, well, maybe you could replace that one and allow yourself that one thing. And when I bought it, I realized, oh my god, now I can wear it because I forgot my scarf. And then I kind of had to take the tag off. I was like, I don't want to take it off because then I can still return it. But then like, I need to walk around like this. And then eventually just kind of took it off and even just scrunched it up and threw it in the bin. Because that's sure. And also like, I didn't want to come back and bring stuff because I already bought the stuff back. But I just felt, it was like, I'm not gonna like, I don't know, run back there for the amount. I know it all adds up. I can't even explain why, but it just kind of felt right just to like get rid of the tags and actually wear it. Because it was already helping me and it already incorporated into my life. But I feel like it was a significant, it like makes sense. That it's also making a point that these are meant to be used and meant to help us. What we needed. And I figured, because when I was thinking, because I was like a little bit unsure because I'd had all of those, the ones I mentioned, and one of them I'd gotten from my mom, and I kind of even maybe felt a little bit, I don't even remember if I still have it or not, but the colors weren't 100% on point, that I made myself get rid of that probably. Which is super embarrassing, but I did, I think. Anyway, so I was like, not sure, is it justified to buy a new one when I let go of all of those? But then I realized this one scarf kind of, because I kind of felt bad letting go of this, but like also didn't reach for them enough. And I had a lot of scarves. I don't know if you remember, if you got to see my decluttering videos, because now at this point they're on a laptop and I can't really, still haven't put them on. But these are like the older ones before Thanksgiving. But anyways, I realized that all those scarves can be kind of encompassed, can be kind of captured by and within this one scarf. And it's like, I realized I don't need 10 or 20 or 100. I can have one. And it's like, by the style, it gets encompassed within this one scarf. It's like, I feel like then that led me back to simplicity. I'm like, yeah, totally can't do that. And now this reminds me of my mom. And it also reminds me of that time and a style. So if I do want to wear it, I can have this one scarf in this style. And it will like represent the style. And like, not completely, as far as scarves go. And then you have one, but I don't need like 10 or whatever. I don't, not that I counted them, but like, you know, I don't even need 5 or 100 or whatever it is. If it's something else for somebody else, you know. And I like that, and it led me back to simplicity, and I like, yeah, you know, isn't that kind of the point? Like, if you want a different style, you can swap a scarf out, but you don't have to have 10 of the same. So that's why I wanted to show you this. By the way, it's like a triangle. It's really big. I loved it. And then I wore it and it kept me warm. Well, warmer than it would have if I hadn't worn it. Because it's still quite thin. It was making a point. Like, these like items are supposed to help us and support us in our lives and like be used and usable and like kind of do their jobs, like what they were meant for. This is kind of what I gathered from that moment. And I was thinking, does it also mean like that it's okay to like buy a new thing, even though because I had scarves, but I didn't have one, but I wasn't sure if it's that, but it certainly is that they're meant to fulfill a function, a purpose, like keep me warm, for example. It's important. I feel like I can't show you the whole scarf because it wouldn't even fit on here. I'm surprised that it's M&S. I didn't expect this stuff from M&S, but no offense to that, like not in a good or a bad way. It's just I didn't expect it. Love it. And I also saw these little. It's almost like a check, but like so minimal you can't even tell. And it's really thin. It reminds me of that silk scarf. So now I'm even thinking maybe replace it. Yes, no, yes, no. I don't know. And again, dusky pink. I love this scarf. So it's like so cool. So yeah, I can kind of apply that to other areas too. Like I don't need 10 of the same thing. So that's one of them. And then I went back to the other shop, and I said to Christ, please, like if like because I couldn't buy that jumper, and like the childhood one, like that reminded me of my mom, the colorful one. And I'm like, please, like let it still be there. If it's meant for me, and keep it there, then like I will know. And then like I walked in, and I was like, oh, it's still there. You know when you knew it, but you just didn't think of it, and like, oh, it's right in front of you. There was also this bag which looked really pretty, and I liked it, and it was one of those things I couldn't figure out, like, what is it about this bag, but it felt significant. So now I'm just feeling like a part of me wants to like buy it, because then at least I have it when I know what it meant, and then I can return it if it doesn't mean anything, but at least like I have it, but I still didn't buy it. And also because I don't know, because you just never know until you've done something. And but I really love the color, and I really love this. It's also simplistic and incorporates some of those colors. And that's exactly where I would kind of see myself in the future now, where I would like to go. But also, I have a lot of bags, so that's why I didn't get it last time, because I did feel like I couldn't justify it, and I also didn't really see what it is that why this bag. I'm still kind of thinking about it, but it hasn't left my mind since. And I tried the jumper on again. I also don't want it so cheap, but also like I couldn't get it at the time, and I've already done about all these things, so I'm looking to go back there when I get a chance and see Friday or something, if possible, maybe get them if they're still available. And I said like to Christ again, please like let me know like if it's still there then. Cause some of the things I noticed later, there's another bag which has Miffy on. And I hadn't even realized it. I just couldn't, like, what's with this bag? This bag is so pretty. I love it so much. Didn't understand. But later on when I went back, oh yeah, that's related to Mom. And, Miffy was one of those things I don't even know. My mom taught me about, or I liked as a kid, or she made me like. I don't even know, because mostly what we are shown by our parents anyway when we were really young. Anyway, there was another thing. I don't even know. I didn't even bother to take a picture of it. But for some reason, it felt really nice. And like, I told myself no, because... Oh, right. The zoom doesn't make... This isn't very clear. But another kind of... Not even a statue. Figurines. These are actually salt and pepper thingies, but you can only imagine how much more I used to have, like the old me, like when back in the day, was like a kind of shopaholics anonymous. No offense to me, but like kind of loved shopping, and so I got in the habit of talking myself out of like, even no matter how cute it was, because I could buy any like everything just because of how cute it looked. And so when I recognized it, got in the habit of saying no, like, no, you already have too many, you don't need this. And like, don't even like begin to love this item. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I would just, because I knew it was things I didn't need, like if it's decoration, and I just really had a lot more of kind of decoration things. So I chucked a lot of them, or pretty much gave them to charity. So last time I saw this, oh, 1 second, no.